Hi, we can have different types of boundaries, and one of those types of boundaries are emotional boundaries. This is really important to understand what an emotional boundary is because it's going to help you learn how to have someone sort of like further from you emotionally, but also how to let someone get closer to you emotionally. So sometimes we're so used to not letting people in that even when you find someone and you want to let them get closer to you, we just can't do it, right? So I'm going to teach you what an emotional boundary is. And there are so many ways that you can learn to apply it to your life. All of this is coming from the relationship trust boundary model. And with emotional boundaries, that's one of two boundaries that the model is going to teach you how to use so that you can protect your right to privacy and learn how to exercise your rights, which that's how you stop feeling like you're 14 years old again when you maybe go home for the holidays. Okay, so that's kind of another topic. But with emotional boundaries, it's really the extent to which you emote with someone. So that's really just saying how much of what's in your head and what's in your heart are you sharing out of your mouth, right? So if you're telling a lot of what you're thinking, what you're hoping, what you're worried about, what you're afraid of, your greatest traumas, your past, your failures, your hopes, right? What's in your head and what's in your heart, the more of that you share or tell to someone, the greater extent you're emoting, which means you're having less emotional boundaries. So if I'm telling you a lot about what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what I'm afraid of, right? What happened to me, what I'm hoping for in the future. If I'm sharing a lot of those things with you, which means I'm telling you a lot of what's in here and what's in here, then I have very little emotional boundaries with you and I'm letting you get very close to me emotionally. If I'm telling you very little, I'm not telling you what I'm afraid of. I'm not telling you what I'm hoping for. I'm not telling you any of my past or future hopes. None of that stuff is leaving my lips. Then I'm not emoting with you very much at all. And I'm having really strong emotional boundaries. So the model is so great because it's going to teach you now how to use those emotional boundaries to decide who gets close to you and who gets, further from you, and how to wait until trust is being built. So all of this is going to be taught through a webinar that's going to be on September 19th at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can go to relationaltrauma101.podia.com. There's also a link that's going to be in the description. And again, I hope that you come. It's $20. It's so worth your time. The biggest reason I would say is because learning how to use emotional boundaries is vital for you to really feel solid in your shoes, for you to really feel like an adult. But the problem is if we just keep blurting everything out of our mouths, that's how we stay small. That keeps us feeling dependent and that keeps us feeling a bit stuck. So I hope you come to the webinar so I can fully train you on how to use the model. It's one model you need to learn once and you can use it for the rest of your life. So come learn how to master your boundaries for good. So take good care and I really hope I see you there.